Hey everyone, it's Lockhart QT, and today I've got some brand new news for MW3 Zombies. Today I'm going to be talking about all the leaked achievements that have supposedly come out, as well as unfortunately some pay-to-win elements with the store that are coming as well. So if you don't want any spoilers, don't forget to, click off the video, because I'd hate to spoil, the achievements for somebody. And before we get into it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more Zombies content, and let's get right onto it. So I'm just going to start drumming all of these achievements off sort of in a list, and while the descriptions for each of the actual trophies and achievements have yet to be fully revealed, the names and the short descriptions have actually surfaced all over Twitter and social media, and the list is as follows. So firstly we have an achievement called "And So It Begins, Successfully Exfil in MW Zombies." So essentially this is going to be because Modern Warfare 3 Zombies isn't round-based, it's basically DMZ with zombies, so it's like exfiltration sort of based game mode where you're basically wanting to get in and out and get some loot. Next up we have Back from the Dead, reclaim your gear from a tombstone in MWZ. So this is essentially going to be using Tombstone Soda, and you're basically going to want to use Tombstone. Obviously when you go down you'll leave a tombstone and you'll get all your gear right back, so that'll be how you get that achievement. Next up we have Conqueror, defeat a warlord. So warlords are, I imagine, going to be similar to sort of the bigger enemies in DMZ. I imagine these are going to be enemies that are roaming the map, and you and your squad are going to have to take these down. They're going to have like extra health and drop better gear, that sort of thing. Next up, Gravestone. On Urzikstan, kill 100 zombies with vehicle in a single deployment. So essentially, pretty straightforward. In the map you're going to be able to use vehicles, tanks, quads, motorbikes. So essentially you're going to want to use these vehicles to kill 100 zombies. Next up we have Helpful Stranger, revive a player from a different squad. Now obviously we know that you'll be in squads of 6, and you can obviously go down to like 5, 4, 3 in terms of your squad number, but we do know because it will be like DMZ, it's not PvP, meaning that you'll have other squads running around as well, but they won't be able to kill you, so it's kind of cool that you'll be able to revive somebody from a different squad. Next up we have Hired Gun, complete 20 contracts in MWZ. So these will be like DMZ, essentially the little challenges that you have around the map. I imagine there'll be like escort missions, there'll be capture plutonium or whatever else. It might be like protect an area whilst it's doing something with the Dark Ether, like maybe you're closing an excursion or a portal or something and you've got to hold out in an area. It's those sort of things really. Now, things get a bit more interesting here. The next one is called One Against All. Kill Orcus in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. Now, we don't know if this is the worm boss that was teased in the other trailer, or if this is just going to be like a special enemy, sort of like how the Order was in Cold War, or many of, like the Forsaken, or something like the Abomination. Maybe it's just a special type of enemy. Either that, or this could be the big sort of world boss, because the actual achievement is called One Against All, and we do know that from what Trailcup said apparently about this big worm boss is that it's apparently going to take more than one squad to actually take down, meaning that it's probably going to take the entire server, like 20 odd people, to actually kill it. So I feel like that is what the name of this worm boss is, but again we're going to have to wait and see. Next up we have Perkaholic, so this is obviously the classic one, but however it's coming back as an achievement. Have 9 perks active at the same time. Now sadly we do know all the perks are returning from Cold War, but sadly we do know that Mule Kick has been dropped for whatever reason. We don't know if it's coming in an update, we don't know if it's coming in as like a seasonal package sort of thing, like how in Cold War they added in seasonal updates different perks, so we don't know if Mule Kick's coming at all. But Depth Perception, PhD, by the way it's going to be PhD Flopper, not PhD Slider, because you can actually dolphin dive in MW3, which is really cool. And it's the fun little fact for you, it's the first time PhD Flopper has been in a zombies map since Origins in Black Ops 2, which is absolutely mental that I'm having to say that out loud. Obviously it came in Cold War, but it was PhD Slider, not PhD Flopper. Next up is Seeing Red. Complete 5 contracts in the high threat zone in a single deployment. So essentially what you're going to have is you'll spawn into the map with your squad, and then you actually have 3 tiers with different threat zones and threat levels. So essentially you'll start off on like the outside, on the outskirts of the map. That'll be tier 1 and it'll be threat 1, so it will essentially be zombies going up to sort of like round 15. Then you'll get into tier 2, which is sort of like the mid levels of the map, and then you'll start getting zombies up to like round 30, and then when you get into the centre of the map, that's when you then start getting the zombies that are sort of round 50 damage and quality, where it gets really difficult. Apparently the YouTubers who actually got to play at Treyarch and COD Next apparently said that apparently the hardest tier was absolutely brutal. It was basically for the 1%, the actual sort of high rounders and the veteran zombie players, so I think that's going to be something that I'm definitely looking forward to myself. Next up we have Slaughterhouse. Kill 50,000 total enemies. Now that is absolutely mental. I imagine that's like an all-time kill. It doesn't say anything about doing it in one game. I think 50,000 enemies in one game will obviously take too long. So I feel like obviously this is going to be like lifetime kills. I imagine it's going to be something that you're probably going to get done relatively quickly, because that might take 25 to 50 games maybe if you're doing high round stuff. So again we'll have to high threat zone rather, because I know there is going to be a time limit on this game mode, but hey ho. Next up we have Write-Off. Get 500 kills using an insured weapon. I've got to be honest, I don't have a Scooby-Doo what this means. Insured weapon, I feel like this is going to be something that you get from either a contract or you're going to pick up from an enemy, or maybe it's a weapon that you buy. Again, I'm not really sure what it means by insured. Like, it's a bit of a weird description there, but again we'll have to wait and see. Next up, you can pet the dog. This is obviously a reference to the Twitter account that's actually called Can You Pet the Dog, and it's basically a Twitter account that goes through all different games saying yes you can pet the dog, no you can't pet the dog in that game, and it's kind of like a joke account, so obviously it's a reference to that. And it's pet a hellhound in Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. So in Cold War you can actually pet the plague hounds, so I feel like this is going to be a similar thing where you need to get some kind of perk or do some kind of challenge and you'll be able to pet a hellhound, and it's just a nice little trophy. I imagine this is going to be like 5 gamer score or something. It's going to be something dead easy you can do in a game. And lastly we have The End ? Complete Act 3. So if you guys don't know, the map isn't going to have a main quest Easter egg, which is almost sacrilegious to say for a zombies mode made by Treyarch, but we do know the story will be told to us in Act 1, 2 and 3 sort of over a different time. And apparently Act 3, basically these are story missions that will take you out of the map and have you doing actual sort of zombies storyline missions, which are it sounds quite cool on paper, but again we'll have to see how it's done when the game launches in November in execution. But essentially this is just going to be for completing the last act. And overall, this is a solid list of achievements. It's nothing too mental. I think the hardest ones are obviously going to be the 50,000 kills, as well as the 5 contracts in the high threat zone, as well as killing Orcus. Again, if it's that giant worm boss where it's going to take all sort of 20 odd people in a single instance to actually kill it. Again, we'll have to wait and see how that actually unfolds in a game. But personally, I am looking forward to at least checking the game mode out and giving it a go. And lastly, before I leave you guys today, we have one more bit of news. So if you guys remember, in Modern Warfare 2, you had operator bundles, and obviously you had DMZ, which was a brand new mode added, and unfortunately it was very pay to win. You can still buy operator bundles, which give you different things and enhancements, so to speak, within DMZ, like extra slots, extra loot and things like that. Unfortunately, it looks like these elements are returning for Modern Warfare 3 Zombies, which I'm personally not a fan of at all, and it's essentially going to be pay to win. So only available in the Vault Edition if you pre-order it, or just get it at all. You will get the Soul Harvester weapon bundle. So this is an actual sort of tracer weapon bundle. I'm not going to lie, it looks really cool. It's on screen now, and essentially you'll get 2 bonuses for this weapon. You'll get bonus souls during the soul capture event. This will be during the haunting, which is I think on Tuesday on the 17th, and you'll have built-in dead wire ammo mod for zombies. which is obviously a little bit broken, because although it's not too, like, it's nothing like, oh, it's already a tier 3 pack-a-punch weapon, it's nothing too mental like that, or giving you 1 million points, you know, it's nothing mental like that. But at the same time, having dead wire going into a game immediately is going to give you an advantage over other players, which I don't like. Now in zombies, it's a bit better than PvP, because obviously in PvP you can literally just go in and just kill everyone with your pay to win weapons. However, with zombies, obviously you're working in a team. However, it is going to be interesting how things like leaderboards and sort of world records are handled with that sort of thing. I don't know, they might be, you know, exempt, like these sort of weapons, you're not allowed to use them to get the world record again, but we're gonna have to wait and see. So tell me in the comments below, did you like the video, and what do you think about all of the leaked achievements? Personally, I think it's going to be cool, you know, using the Cold War perks, as well as potentially checking this mode out. Obviously, I'm not going to write off MW3 zombies yet. I know it's not round based, and I'm a big round based fan, but again, I'm at least going to give the mode a shot and see if it's any good. Personally, I'm not a big fan of the pay to win element, but tell me in the comments below, what do you think about having these sort of Modern Warfare 3 zombies bonuses with operator packs and tracer weapon bundles? What do you think about that? You're essentially paying for bonuses in zombies, and it's going to put certain players at a major advantage essentially over other players. Thank you so much for watching, and for more zombies content, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.